And with me is...
Sandman99.
And welcome to episode 2 from Vault-Tec with Love.
From Vault-Tec with Love.
Well, as you'll be able to see soon, I'm a little bit different. I'm a redhead now. I have a scar. I have my own robot manservant. I have a weapon that is not the weapon we left off with. And I also have Matilda, of course.
Oh, okay. So what do you look like? I can only see you in first person right now.
We'll give it a second here. There's Matilda, my fave. And my new night vision boosted fiery laser sniper. Etc, etc, etc. So, there we go.
Ah. Okay, well. Oh, you still have the goggles on, though.
It's my face. It doesn't come off.
Oh.
Could you take off your head in real life? I don't think so. That pistol town, boy, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama. Oh yeah, Sanctuary hit some hard times, as you can see.
Oh, wow. You went and scrapped everything, didn't you?
Mostly, yeah. Got my water purifiers. Oh, right, I have to do something quickly before we go. Just a little bit of housekeeping I forgot to do. Hold on a second.
Uh-huh. So I take it you got the mod scrap everything then?
Yes, I did. Oh, I missed something.
Yeah, I don't think they have a place everywhere, though.
They do have a place everywhere mod.
Yeah.
I just don't have it installed.
From what I can remember, though, it's a little bit clunky to use because at least the one that I had, you had to put down something that looked kind of like a fence post, you know, like from a wire fence, and you had to put that next to whatever it is that you wanted to put, and it would snap to that post, right? It's almost like you had to, yeah, you had to manually put a snap point into the game, and then it would snap to whatever you wanted to put there, right? Kind of. But anyway,
we're gonna go to Diamond City.
Have
no.
you done any development at Red Rocket yet?
No, we've done nothing with Red Rocket. We will maybe in the future. Right now, we're gonna go to see Diamond City, and while we're doing it, we're gonna let Sandman99 continuously teach us how to play the game.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. Because he knows how to play the game better than we do. But we are gonna fast travel. Go ahead.
On your way by, though, before you fast travel, you should stop off at the Red Rocket because I want to show you a little trick.
Instead of walking to it, because that would take like a minute. We're just gonna fast travel.
Oh, you're gonna fast travel to the Red Rocket, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Just for the loading screen, so I can drink my bubbly water.
I see. It takes longer to fast travel there than it would to just walk there.
Actually, the loading screen is pretty quick.
Okay.
You have to clock it.
Go into the shop, like in the shop there. You know where the red workbench is in the shop of the Red Rocket?
Absolutely, yeah, right here, yeah.
Yeah. Now, take note of where that red bench is against the wall.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I want you to go around to the back of the wall, like on the outside of the building.
Yeah, I gotcha. Let me just get over there.
Yeah, you got to open the door first.
Yep.
And then, what I want you to do is I want you to, basically, you're going to have to move that armor bench, because I think that armor bench is right about where that red bench on the other side is.
Hold on, I have to go back because I've never touched the bench. Move. Oh. So I have to actually activate it.
No, you just go,
there
go
we
into
go.
the workbench. Yeah, you'll have to go into you should be able to, if you press the select button and hold it down, you should.
Yeah, but I never touched the workbench. So I have to
Yeah, I know. Even
activate
if
it
you don't.
first.
Okay, so just move that out of your way, right? You can put it inside or put it out of the way, whatever. Scrap a couple of those, like the debris that's in the way there, right? That's nice, eh? You get rid of all that unsightly garbage
Debris,
piles and
yeah.
stuff like that. Don't you love that?
Actually, I'm not hating it.
Yeah. Anyway, now go into your menu, like your workshop menu,
Yeah.
right? You hold the down, press and hold the
Yeah, I'm in
that
it.
button that it's indicated. No, you're not in it right now. There, now you're
Yeah,
in it.
you have to wait, account for the delay.
Okay, now go into power.
Okay, let me get the power.
Yeah, like go into the power
Generator.
section.
Or go to gens.
Well, in that section,
Okay,
and
we're
then
in power.
go into manufacturing.
Oh, okay, manufacturing. Yep.
Because this is a wasteland workshop doohickey, right? That I wanted to show you.
Mhm.
So you go into manufacturing, and then go into the third section where you see that hopper. Like just go over two more there.
Yep. I'm in the hopper.
Okay, and you'll see a thing that says vacuum hopper, right?
Yeah, there's two of them. Yep.
Yeah, well, you got no. That one just says hopper. You got to scroll over until you
You
see
have to account for the
yeah, the
delay. I
vacuum.
promise I'm there.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Anyway, vacuum hopper. Now I know you can't build one of those right now, but if
Mhm.
you build one of those and then put the vacuum end of that hopper right up against the wall that's in front of you,
Yeah.
okay, and then build a storage bin that you can snap onto the discharge side of the vacuum hopper,
Yeah.
and then you apply some power to that, it will automatically draw everything out of your workbench and put it into that storage hopper.
That is fucking cool.
And then you can turn Red Rocket here into a junk farm. Because as you know, what happens is if you put up scavenging stations, your scavengers will not actually produce any junk if there's more than 125 junk items in your workbench. But if you build this thing that I just told you to build and put it there and put power to it so it's on all the time, then it will continuously draw stuff out of your workbench and keep your workbench empty. And any scavengers that you have working at this settlement will continuously produce more junk.
And they'll just keep putting it in that container.
And no, they'll keep, like, what happens is they collect, like, the scavengers collect the junk, right? Each settler that you assign to scavenging will produce one or two random junk items a day, right? But
Yeah.
but they won't produce anything if the number of junk items in your workbench reaches 125, which is pretty easy to do. You're probably already there now just from scrapping this stuff, okay? So if you build the vacuum hopper and the storage bin, then what it does is it keeps your workbench empty, and then that way your scavengers will continuously produce more junk. So what you do is you basically dedicate this settlement to junk production, and you build as many scavenging stations as you can.
And then you just
And
create a trade route and then have infinite junk.
exactly, because your settlers that have the scavenging assignment will continuously produce more junk and put it in the workbench, and then that little suction hopper and storage bin will continuously draw it out of the workbench and put it, and store it for you. And then every now and then, when you come by here, you can empty out that bin and haul all that junk over to Sanctuary and just drop it in the workbench at Sanctuary. And then you can share those resources with every other settlement in the Commonwealth, just like you would normally, right, with connected workbenches.
That's a really good idea. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, and it works really well. And actually, I have a few other mods that you probably can't get for PlayStation. But what I did is I went a step further in my Fallout 4 playthrough on YouTube, and I actually built a conveyor line that goes from this Red Rocket all the way over to Sanctuary.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's like an overland conveyor system
Jesus.
that automatically empties the workbench here out. So I've got about 14 settlers working on just doing nothing but scavenging here, continuously putting stuff into the workbench, and then that conveyor system continuously empties the workbench out, hauls it all, like transports it all over to Sanctuary, and drops it in a storage bin that I have at Sanctuary, and then right next to it I just have a cooking station, so I can just stand there and I can take all out of the storage bin, and then I can just store all junk in the in that cooking station, which then puts it into the Sanctuary workshop, right? So I've automated the process.
That's awesome. And meanwhile, your little scrap savants are just like, it's a living.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you know what? What it does is because these two settlements are so close together, it's not really hard either. If you
No, just to
you know,
create one big settlement
especially if
with
you,
removing limits.
well, no, I mean, especially if you just fast travel here once in a while, empty your storage bin out, and then haul all the junk that you take out of your storage bin over to the Sanctuary and dump it in that workbench instead, right? And then that way it creates more resources that you can use at other settlements to build things, right?
Sounds good to me. I also like the idea that we can scrap dead bodies now,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
because there
because then,
are immortal objects like, say, a Marler Queen that will not
well,
despawn for a long fucking time.
yeah. Well, not only that, but even some of the skeletons that you find in the houses and Sanctuary and stuff like that. Right now, you can scrap those, and you don't have to have people moving in and living with a skeleton laying on the floor next to their stove every day, right? You know.
I mean, people who live in Sanctuary are just whiners.
So it's nice. You can clean your settlement up so that it looks good, and you get rid of all the debris inside. Because you know what, if people were really settling in Sanctuary, don't you think that they would get brooms and shovels and at least clean the houses that they're moving into out?
No, they
You know,
wouldn't. Don't you remember
they
what
would.
Deacon said? This is my pile of garbage,
Yeah,
asshole.
yeah, yeah.
Speaking of
But
Deacon, how do you feel about Deacon?
I like his perk, right? I think he gives you if you get his maximum affinity, you get a good perk for sneak attacks or something like that, right?
Kinda, yeah.
But other than that, I mean, he's like any other settler or any other follower. In my opinion, followers are a nuisance, and I avoid them. I prefer to work alone because the majority of times that I get killed when I'm playing the game, it's because not a settler, a follower did something dumb and either gave me away or set off a trap or aggroed an enemy that I didn't want to encounter or wanted to sneak up on or whatever, right? You know,
If you think it's bad now, wait till you play Fallout 2 or Fallout 1 or Fallout Tactics.
you know, like or they get in the way. Like if you get caught by surprise, like you go around the corner of the building and there's like 3 super mutants standing there, and you go to duck back around the corner so they don't kill you, and you go to duck back around the corner and your follower is in the middle of the way and you bump into them, right? Because they're right in your back pocket all the time too. And you know, like as far as I'm concerned, if followers would stay a minimum of 5 body lengths away from you at all times, and if they would actually be stealthy and you know, not do stupid things, then I might be a little more enthusiastic about them. But
I thought you told me that the Kellogg is a follower mod. He was
well,
actually intelligent and knew how to use grenades, and you enjoyed
he
that.
was one of the better ones, okay? And I was really surprised because he actually showed a little bit of good sense in how he used his grenades, right? Like he didn't blow me up along with the other stuff and that kind of thing, which is kind of what I expected. You know, but for the most part, there are certain things that you just don't give to a follower. It's like giving a settler a missile launcher, right? Like it's just something that you just don't do.
Well, no, absolutely. Like in Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, if you gave any of your companions automatic weapons and you stepped in front of them, That was it.
Yeah. And, like I really don't like it when a follower does something
Of
dumb
course, I
that
unplugged
kills
my
me.
microphone because I'm awesome. But that was it. They
Oh,
gunned you down. Like they shot you to death.
yeah. So anyway, I tend to not play with followers very much. Only if there's a story, like
Reason.
a quest line reason to do it. Like for instance,
Nick
if I
Valentine.
want, well, if I, yeah, exactly, you have to have Nick Valentine with you for a portion of the story, right?
And I don't
Because
mind. I
he,
like Nick. He's cool.
yeah, he's okay. But like, and the same thing with Kate, right? If you want to finish Kate's quest line, well, you pretty much have to have her with you, right?
It's so easy to get
But
affinity for her. I think I clocked it at 15 minutes.
yeah,
You just all you do is fast travel to all your safe locations, not wearing anything.
really?
Yeah,
Oh,
though
okay.
I think depending on what you and Rec V5 are doing for Fallout New Vegas, you wouldn't be able to get away with that. Not while filming anyway.
Yeah. Well, we do try to stay within the guidelines of the YouTube terms of service, right? So,
Yep, those pesky terms of service. Oh, did I tell you I got my newest copyright strike
oh,
on a video from 8 years
nope.
ago?
Oh,
That video is now up to 16
16 what?
copyright strikes.
Oh, what video was that?
I'm not gonna say on here, but I will send you the video. Again, the video's not gonna be like your thing, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to understand why there's so many copyright strikes on it.
Oh, okay. Well,
But I have no way of making any money or monetization from any of this. It's just for fun. And because
yeah.
of the way the terms of service works in regards to what I'm doing in fair use, I keep getting copyright strikes on this one video, but I'm essentially bulletproof. I don't even have to trim it down to 11 seconds.
Uh, I think you just scrapped the road there.
Where we're going, we don't need roads. Hey, when you see a working sorry, a working Chrysless Highwayman or Corvega car, you let me know.
Okay.
Fallout 2 had that.
Nope. No, I don't have any vehicles.
I'm just surprised they didn't do it because Fallout 2 did it. It's almost like they were afraid to do it in Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and beyond.
There are some mods out there that do put vehicles in the game, but I've never you tried one. So
Time to bring out. Oh shit, where's Matilda? Oh, I don't have this weapon. There we go, Matilda.
are you gonna shoot that blood bug before it eats you, or what?
Oh yeah, I got it. Hey, I'm getting better. I'm not as good as you at reactions, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I see you actually shot that one manually. Hey.
Well, I mean, I don't have the necessary perks. Let's put it this way. I will use VATS either when I need to or I think it'll be funny. Now we're
Yeah.
gonna do
Well.
that fast travel thing again.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you ever had the VATS freeze crash on the console,
No,
but I
I've never
know
had that happen.
the PC version was notorious for that. That sometimes you'd get a freeze crash when you went to use VATS on Oh yeah, I know why you never experienced it, because you're not playing on survival.
No.
It only happens when you're playing on survival. So the VATS freeze crash in survival was bad enough that's why I actually trained myself out of using VATS. And
Well,
I
here's the
only
thing. You can't rely on like it's okay to rely on VATS if you have the build for it or learn VATS, but I'm living proof that the more you use VATS, the less capable you are of, surviving without it.
yeah. Well, I mean, that was a secondary effect, I guess. I got to be better at manual aiming, but mostly I did it just to avoid the freeze crashes because they were annoying, right?
Here, put it in third person, just for you.
All right.
God, she runs weird.
Yeah, well, the vanilla body is kind of
Awkward.
well, no, it's basically an androgynous shape that looks vaguely feminine from certain angles. You know?
I mean, the way I was running right now was oh, Rad Scorpion, huh?
Yeah, there is one that hangs around out in this area sometimes. I'm not sure whether it's level dependent or whether it's always there.
Well, it didn't want to stick around for that. Oh, you motherfucker!
It's probably chasing. Well, oh, there it is. Ah.
It went after the Brahmin.
Yeah, no, it went after you. I see you've got the robot with you now,
shit.
eh?
Yeah, I got the Sentinel power armor.
Yeah, the robot power armor thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like that thing doesn't hurt you very bad.
We'll show you why in a second. I need to use VATS. You don't get that left claw no more. It's mine now. Bam! Oh, I did nothing. But I'm not spec'd for pistols. I'm spec'd for rifles. I'm not sure what I expected to do there. Yeah. We'll show you my armor in a second here. You'll be like, how'd you get that armor? To which I will reply, I actually got it fair and square, using money. So, we got the... Why are you laughing?
Okay, well...
We got the Mantis left arm guard, and we got the Mantis left greave, and the Wastelander's right leg. Now, if any of you were paying attention at home, that would be roughly $24,000 with the stats I have now. Now...
Actually, the Wastelander's right leg you buy from Lucas, right?
Yeah, you buy all this from Lucas.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I got it for 24,000
yeah, the
cumulatively.
other two pieces are pretty expensive. I've never actually bought them.
I did, just because I wanted to be able to, you know, survive a little bit better. And
what do the Mantis pieces do?
Oh, well, they're different. So this is a 10% chance to disarm melee attacker on hit. And this is +1 to agility and perception. But that's not why we got them. We got them because if you couldn't tell, they're a higher tier of armor than we have available right now. You see?
Okay. Yeah.
And not only that, I don't even have the armor perks right now to actually get them up to full. I couldn't even put them higher than they were, which is a good thing. Because it's armor that, like, it took me a long time of farming the same goddamn Corvega dungeon. I had to leave the game on for large periods of time and do a lot of fast traveling between Red Rocket and Diamond City, not Diamond City, Sanctuary, but it was worth it. Now the reason we did this is because these two items are an investment in our future. They're very good leather pieces that if we decide to keep with other for whatever reason, even though nobody does unless they mod the shit out of it and with like actual mods, then you know it's a good like finishing armor for the leather pieces, but we have it now. And oh, that was an explosion if I ever saw one. And you know, protection's protection. Now, let's take Matilda, and I also have quite a few stim packs and some Radaway.
Now,
I do a lot of farming.
You need a drum magazine for Matilda there.
I was thinking that too. Especially because fucking pipe gun ammo is so plentiful. I'm gonna do a gun and a laser rifle / the last minute aka Gauss rifle end probably. And I don't know if I'll end with a pipe pistol, but look at that. Just fucking find the ammo everywhere. Like it's infinite.
Yeah, even feral ghouls carry it.
They fucking eat it like the wolf. That super mutant Skirmisher was already fucked up, so staggering machete.
Wow, okay. You just found yourself a legendary weapon.
It happens every day. Dun, dun, dun. according to Tom Jones. And the cool thing is, if I wanted to, I could give myself all the Lone Wanderer perks, right? And improve my dog, because the Creation Club, the Creation Club Sentinel armor does not count as a follower.
Yeah.
And if you want to make him, but he still gains all the benefits of perks that increase, you know, followers, like more health, better capacity for carrying.
More damage, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and you know, we can directly we can give him better weapons. We can upgrade him to X001 power armor if we want to in the future. Also, the X00, sorry, it's not X00. The Sentinel power armor has never shot me. So, you know, maybe I'm biased, but I like a follower who's never shot me in the ass.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If you don't appear to have a very stealthy play style, so I guess having something like the tin can there along with you all the time is fine for you.
I should have just named him Dorothy. I should have just named myself Dorothy. I got Toto and the Tin Man following me right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I have no idea where the fuck he is, but I hear shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that would be this whole phenomenon.
Yeah, that would be, if you haven't come over here before, then that'll be the Brotherhood of Steel fighting off all the ghouls, right?
Goddamn zombie. Too bad there's not a laser pipe pistol. I think that'd be hilarious.
Why do you need a laser pipe pistol?
So, it would look exactly like a pipe pistol, right? Except it would make like a laser noise. And, it would use pipe pistol ammo, but it would be like green. It would, I don't know, it'd be like blue lasers like the Institute. It would just make like a pew pew sound, and it wouldn't make like the sound that sorry, not Preston, any of the laser weapons make. It would just keep going pew 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 pew.
Huh.
When I was young and impetuous in my 20s, me and my friends would go to this laser tag arena. It was huge, called Laser Quest. What the fuck is going on here?
Well, you finished assisting the soldiers.
You're seeing this, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a typical. I get that even on my PC game too. It's a Bethesda physics thing, right?
What is it coming into contact with that it's causing
I don't know. Just
pathing errors?
Yeah, bits and pieces bounce around and spin and stuff like that, right? I don't know why.
It's unnatural. I can't abide it. I'm detected.
Yeah, shooting it won't help.
Apparently not.
What's your business?
No. It's just a thing, and it's harmless, so I just usually ignore it when that happens.
Like everyone else.
Except that I noticed that once I turn gore off, like I can't blow heads up and shoot legs off of things and stuff like that, like you're doing here anymore.
I helped you fight
Basically, I just shoot them, and if I do enough damage to kill them, they fall down, right?
If you want to continue.
But so I don't get that particular bug anymore.
So you're a mercenary. Typical. Fine. I'm Paladin Dance. Over there is we're on recon duty. I've been trying to send it.
Sir.
So at some point you're going to switch to sunglasses, because you should be able to find a pair of patrolman sunglasses in the police station here, eh?
I don't understand what you're saying. Those are my eyes.
Let's get moving.
Can your character take her eyes out? You're like, well, my character's a powerful vampire. She probably could take her eyes out and put them back in.
No, actually, my main character right now is not.
Head into the police station and resupply yourself. Then let me know when you're ready to begin.
But yeah, when the
All right, big guy.
with the
Let's go.
vampirism mod, when the character does become a vampire, the eyes change, and when you see them talking in dialogue and you see their face, you can see that they actually have fangs and stuff like that too, right?
That's pretty cool. So, we're getting our ass beat a little bit, and we already did lasers. Lasers. Gotta get that medic up and going. Oof.
You should definitely get Lone Wanderer then if you're going to be
Oh, I know, definitely. I
playing
remember
this
I
way,
talked about
because
that.
yeah, because that big damage reduction, that's huge, eh?
Oh my god, is it ever? It goes hand in hand with all the other damage reductions. We're also gonna have to have adamantium bones like Wolverine by the end of it. He's still moving.
Well, you're not going to have very much fusion cells left if you keep doing that.
As you can tell, I don't have a lot of fusion cells, and I've been having a problem with that. But this next mission we're going on to is
Yeah.
gonna solve that problem.
Yeah, and then you'll get a righteous authority, right?
Yep, and then I'm gonna replace all the mods on the Righteous Authority.
Yeah, and that's actually a VATS shooter's weapon, right?
Oh, absolutely. But it's more than
So
that. Like, if you
if
go
you're
through this actual skill tree, the way of VATS is not to be underestimated when you have things like, check this out, Mysterious Stranger. He comes out like 1 in 3 times when you max it out. And let's talk about better criticals. I have one shot at a Mirelurk Queen with like an unupgraded shitty weapon, and then critical banker. You get 5 shots. That's 4. That's in addition to the one you get, right? Then you get Grim Reaper Sprint. Every time you have any kill refills all your action points, so you keep going.
A lot of your luck perks are tied to VATS. Yeah.
Also, a 4-leaf clover is good, but I just like Ricochet, because Ricochet is a funny perk. I've seen it work on a different character I have. I put it on a melee character I had just for shits and giggles, and I had to stop laughing because the return was just too hilarious. Didn't happen all the time, but I was in this room with this super mutant, and he's shooting me with a minigun, and then all of a sudden his head fucking explodes, and I just I didn't even do anything. I'm just sitting there, and he's like boom, and I was like, oh fuck! I didn't even have a follower. Kaboom!
Oh well. Well,
it doesn't happen every time.
Yeah, you should be able to pick up a little bit of
Railway
ammunition.
spikes.
Well, yeah, remember I told you about the railway rifle?
Yeah, but it's just odd that there would be railway spikes in a brother. I know it's level dependent. It's just odd.
It's a randomly generated thing. Sometimes there's fusion cells there. Like it just depends, right?
Okay. Now we need to do some stuff. Expert, I can do that.
You can open expert locks now?
Sure can. A girl could get dictation well and never sit on her boss's front knee. Or something, I don't know.
Yes.
Perfect sanity. The 10mm pistol, way better than what I'm using. Problem is, it doesn't use the ammo I want.
Actually, I thought you were going to go and visit Deb and get the Wastelander's friend. Just on a little side note, I watched a guy who did a short YouTube video, and like reviewing what he thought were like the top 10 best weapons in the game.
Oh, it's definitely up there.
And Wastelander's friend made the top 10, and what he did was he turned it into a full auto pistol, and with all the commando perks and all of the gun nut perks so that he could max it out. And then basically what he would do is he would do headshots in VATS, and the head is technically a limb, right?
Yep.
So he'd be getting all sorts of like ridiculous bonuses to limb damage to the head, and of course when you like destroy the head, well, it pretty much kills the enemy too, right?
Yeah, it's basic zombie math.
So yeah, so he was like blowing, like basically like splattering all of these enemies, both human and creature, like basically just blowing their heads off with this thing, right?
See, I don't really think of enemies in terms of creatures or humanoids or robots or aliens or mutants. Anything that comes hostile to me is not an enemy. It's just another thing for me to put on my bingo card for Wasteland Survival. You know,
Oh,
Safari.
well, anyway, I actually kind of like using the automatic version of the
Got it.
10 millimeter pistol too, because uh, the 10 millimeter pistol actually it's nice for the recoil too. Like it doesn't have a lot of really heavy recoil, and so you can control it pretty well too when you're shooting like that.
Control
And
is very important. Alright, let's go talk to Dance. But first, yeah!
Think you're some kind of hotshot?
I do, actually.
what?
Pay
Pay
attention.
attention. You might learn something.
Okay, look up at
Smart
that
ass.
wall
I
where
don't
you were
take advice
shooting.
from anyone except Top. You're hired help, and that's all there is to it.
Hired help or not?
Yeah, this guy
I
is
got the job
is
done.
is
Some
grumpy.
backbone. Good.
It's
You'll
probably
need
because he has a
to keep
small
hanging with
penis.
us. Now why don't you run off and see if Top needs you to do anything else?
He keeps saying top, but we both know, like, look at the way he's dressed. He's definitely a bottom.
Uh-huh.
That joke was like the three people
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
channel who'll actually watch this.
Look up at the top of the wall there where you were shooting.
Sorry about the other guys.
Yeah, I made a bunch of holes.
Yeah, see that?
Yeah.
Now that's what you can do to learn. You can learn something about how weapons work by doing that against. Like if you put up a concrete wall piece and shoot at it, you can make marks in it like that too, right?
What the fuck was in the coffee pot to make Dance want to do that?
He got crowded over
You
there
better
by
get a move
your
on. It's
robot
not a
there.
good idea to keep Paladin Dance waiting. Scribe Halen. Paladin Dance is one hell of a squad leader. I don't know what we'd do without him. Don't take what Knight Reese says personally. He's
So
cool
did you know that
everyone.
Scribe Halen has red
Dance.
hair?
You ready to move
I
out?
didn't, but I know she used to love Reese until he's like, no, I have a small
Because
penis. We can't be together.
because I've got a mod that actually
Ready.
takes the
Outside.
hood
Follow me.
part, like that, that weird black hood thing that she has on under the cap.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have a mod that removes that weird black hood thing and just leaves the cap.
Why are you
She's a redhead,
And
hey?
and underneath that black hood thing, yeah, she's a redhead.
You know, Reese, you're not that tough, and you should shut the fuck up. Paladin Dance, you okay? You know what? I'll just meet you outside, okay?
Well, at least he put his helmet on.
Yeah.
Did
He's
you
like,
talk to
watch,
him?
watch how cool this is. And then he tried to put
Yeah,
his helmet on, and he did, and he's like, I'm gonna stand back on this chair.
yeah, he's trying to walk through the wall.
He's just really upset that no, even though he's heavy as shit in that power armor, that chair, which survived the like nuclear war, is unimpressed by his power armor. So he's trying to shatter it like a toothpick,
Oh,
you know, like snap it,
oh,
but
I
it
see.
won't fall. So he's just getting more
He's
upset by the minute.
so he's not just lost.
No, he's not.
We'll take this out.
Well, did he follow you out?
Yeah, he
Yep,
sure did.
there he goes. Now you get to follow him.
I've seen that
Wow.
glitch before a few times on different characters. The best way to fix it is just to leave. They'll follow you if it's part of the quest. If it's not, they'll just fix it.
We should be able to avoid
Yeah.
the larger packs of ferals infesting Cambridge. Traveling this far from the police station is a risk. Getting that transmitter up and running needs to be our top priority. If it was up to me, I'd relocate my team. But Scribe Halen detected some disturbing energy readings in the area that need to be investigated. We don't know much
So
about
here he is, and he's
What'd you find,
talking.
dog meat?
Well, he probably found a mine. There's a couple of mines over in that area, right?
Thanks for the ammo, dog meat. Dog meat
Yeah,
loves to play in mines. We all know
just be
this.
careful. Just be careful, because there's a couple of mines there, right?
And dog meat loves to play in mines. I've seen it. I've firsthand. Oh, it's just birds. Calm down. Calm down, Cody. This gun's got a hair trigger. Like Reese's penis.
Yeah.
uh,
So, what kind of receiver do you have on this gun?
powerful, I think.
Well, so it's basically the top tier receiver
Oh,
available
shit.
then.
Yeah, kinda. When you see what I just did to that guy's head, it's like I played basketball with it. Don't worry, Caravan Guard. You know, I just feel bad that I didn't use this weapon for so many years. I actually love this pipe pistol. I think
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go half pistol, half rifle, like get both up full. And I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of this pipe pistol. I'll keep it as my second sidearm.
Uh,
I like it. I like it a lot.
yeah.
Are there legendary versions of pipe pistols? Like set ones, I mean.
Oh, well, you can get legendary pipe guns as well, right? Yeah, they're about as common as anything else.
I don't think not getting past me.
Jesus. When Paladin Dance and the Sentinel Power Armor cannot hit a stationary bloatfly with their lasers and it takes more than 3 seconds, you gotta think, is their perception score that bad?
Yeah. Actually, the easiest way to shoot
Pig Eye
bloatflies,
Douglas up in here.
the easiest way to shoot bloatflies is with a shotgun.
The easiest way to shoot most things in this game is with a shotgun.
Because, well, no, but bloatflies are particularly small, fast-moving targets, right?
Mm-hmm.
But usually they don't have a whole big ton of health unless they're like the festering ones or the black bloatflies or you know, like some kind of legendary bloatfly. The common ones, usually if you've got even the double-barreled shotgun, you can usually kill one in 1 or 2 shots, right? And the pellet spread actually helps you to hit them.
There it is. Arc jet systems. There shouldn't be any exterior security.
You know, it's a little bit harder to hit them with, you know, like a regular rifle or pistol because they tend to move around and change direction abruptly and that kind of thing. They're actually one of the harder things to shoot in the game.
That makes sense. Do you think Paladin Dance will hold it against us that this character's a drug addict?
No, he probably doesn't care.
Okay, as long as I get the job done right. Get to the Pridwin. Did you just sell all the power armor on this ship in order to buy chems? I sure did.
This isn't my first rodeo.
I understand that. Remember, stay focused.
Well, how are you going to answer him?
This is my first rodeo.
Oh, and he was giving you valuable tactical advice.
Was he?
Well,
I've
that's
done
what
this
he
mission more times than he has at this point.
said.
And there might be someone in the comments like, wouldn't it be the same amount? To which I will respond, no, because this Paladin Dance I'm traveling with right now has never done this before.
Yeah, every time you do this mission with him, it's his first time. So how am I doing here with my voice? Am I coming through okay?
Yeah, you're coming through fine. We'll listen to the playback, and if there's an issue, we'll fix it. But I think we're doing just fine. Having a really easy time hearing you.
Okay. Yeah, well, I was kind of hoping that removing the case
I
on
see
this
that.
would help.
Damn it. I was hoping to look at the evidence. These robots were assaulted.
I'll be on the lookout.
Roger that. Let's
Spoiler for this game that came out in 2015. Should I just shoot Paladin Dance dead right now? You told me to be on the lookout for Sins.
This place is a mess, but I still see a few pieces of salvage.
You know, I'm really confused about this room. I always have been. Do you want to take a look at what this room actually is? There's the sink right there, right?
Well, no, that's a urinal, actually.
Yeah, that's a urinal. That is a sink.
Yeah, and that's a sink.
That's a mop and a bucket. There's no drain in this room, except for the sink and the toilet. And it also looks like this room is a utility room. So what was this, the janitor's piss closet?
I guess so. Oddly enough, I never actually thought about it.
You never thought about the janitor's piss closet?
No.
It's like the king's wiper. How high is the king's wiper on the pecking order?
Yeah, actually, usually I just go in there real quick and I grab the adjustable wrench because it has a gear, which is useful. Usually what I do too is, have you got a mine or two in your inventory?
No, I don't carry explosives.
Well, because usually I just drop a mine on the steps in front of that door there so that the first synth that comes out steps on the mine, right?
And then you'd think the second synth would think better of it, but then, you know, he doesn't.
No, but at least it helps, because I think you get rushed by 2 or 3 of them here at once right away as soon as you open this door, right?
Well, I mean, they're definitely going to try and rush Dog Meat and Paladin Dance.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm still,
in the future videos will be Mini Liberty Prime, but for right now, they're not going to rush me, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? I'm still thinking of this a bit, I guess, in terms of survival mode.
Oh, absolutely.
Where I cringe every time you go into a situation where you're outnumbered, but you're not soaking up damage like I would in that same situation, right?
Well, we have to remember, the difficulty this character is playing on is just normal.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to this style of play myself, and then as I get more comfortable, I'll be cranking it up little by little.
Yeah, well, you should, not necessarily on your playthrough, but you should try survival mode someday, because it will change the way you play the game, and it actually adds meaning to collecting some items that you don't normally bother with, and it makes you consider not collecting other things that you do, right?
Well, I didn't even really get to do anything in that fight. Did you see that? And I do hear what you're saying about collecting things you wouldn't normally collect, but
yeah,
those sins got taken down pretty.
Yeah, it changes your priorities, right? It makes you look for different things than in the normal game, because in the normal game there's certain items that you're attracted to that you'll pick up and that kind of thing, and other things that you'll ignore, right? Because you don't need to worry about eating or drinking and that kind of thing, so you don't bother usually with food items or water or that kind of stuff. Whereas in survival mode, that kind of stuff is probably more important than any of the junk items or gadgets or whatever that you might collect, right?
Has, I guess, been founded to the northwest there.
And you also have to be more cautious in your playstyle, because incoming damage is multiplied, I think, by 4 times or something. But you also do more damage yourself, like your outgoing damage is also multiplied. Like both sides do more damage, so you know, like battles tend to be shorter, and casualties tend to pile up.
Be a lot higher, yeah.
Much more quickly, right? But yeah, if you stick your head out and there's like 2 or 3 synths with laser weapons there, well, you could get your head shot off in about 5 seconds flat, right? If you do it,
it's just like Boot Hill.
If you do the wrong thing, right?
Yeah, like when Jacques Lestab tried to shoot someone with a shotgun at point blank range, only to miss completely and then get shot dead by someone else who stole his idea. The last words that came to the... Do you want to know the last words Jacques Lestab had before he died?
Nice.
What?
He looked at the shotgun barrel directly in the face and said, "Le fuck."
Oh, look, you found a combat shotgun.
Too bad I can't use it.
Bingo.
Why not? It's a rifle.
We've got turrets ahead.
Technically, it's a rifle. It should work pretty well.
But I don't have a lot of bullets. I guess I can just haul it around. Why not?
Well, it has a 32 shot drum magazine on it too, by the looks of it. Right? That's good stuff. In this game, in vanilla particularly, combat shotgun is one of the best close quarters weapons in the game, right?
The street sweeper? Yeah, it's pretty good.
Like this weapon that you're using here with the scope on it, I would use that more like a sniper weapon. I wouldn't be using it at close range like this.
Let's see about equipping the street sweeper.
Yeah, in fact, I still use a combat shotgun a lot, even though I do have some mod added weapons in the game too, right? But the combat shotgun is still one of my favorite weapons.
I've played so many games where a shotgun is one of the best ways to go.
Well, the thing is that if you shoot it into the wall here, you can get an idea of what the spread pattern looks like.
I would, but there's only one problem. We only got 8 bullets.
Yeah, but shotgun shells are pretty common, so you should be flush with those pretty quick.
I promise we will piss around and shoot lots of stuff into the wall. And by wall, I mean Paladin Dance's back.
Why, don't NPCs get hostile if you shoot them?
Yeah, then you just put them down and they get right back up and forget all about it.
Oh.
But you're too much of a goody-good to do that. In the words of Ashley Williams, you're good, Ash. And I'm bad, Ash. Goody little two shoes, goody little two shoes.
Yeah, until he gets shot in the face with the shotgun, right?
Well, yeah, good, bad, I'm the one with the gun. It's not wrong.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I
What was it ever?
I laughed a lot when I watched that.
How could you not?
Yeah, I think I've seen it 3 or 4 times.
At least.
And it's always fun every time.
Yeah. It's like when I watch Exorcist, it just gets funnier every time I watch it.
There's some mentats on that couch in the bathroom.
We'll go back. I'm just looking for something that I can't remember if it exists or not. Oh, there it is. That's what I wanted. I also wanted to get the receptionist terminal just for the XP.
Yeah, there's a safe in the floor there too.
Yep. Now you're thinking to yourself, well, wow, golly. Because he found the terminal, he doesn't need to use the, he doesn't need to go through the lockpicking mechanic. But then I ask you, where would I get that extra XP from? Are you going to give it to me?
I always do both too.
Unless it doesn't have it, because I think there are a couple instances in the game where it's just one. You can't do both. It's like, cannot be picked, requires terminal. It's like, no. Please don't do this bullshit to me.
Yeah, those usually, though, are because of some kind of plot device.
That's it.
As well, though. Like, those ones are placed in the world in various places for a specific reason, usually, right?
Who's your favorite unique enemy to kill in this game?
My favorite unique enemy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really thought about it, to be honest with you.
I like killing Swan.
Who?
Swan?
Oh, Swan. Okay.
You also forgot about the mentats in the elevator.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of the way or I'll shoot you too. Alakazam. Did I get both of the mirrors?
I don't know.
There's only the one mirror.
Yeah, it looks like you got that one.
That toilet's broken. That toilet's broken too. Why won't they let me drink the toilet water?
Because there isn't any.
Don't bring logic into this. I want toilet water and I want it now.
Yeah, there's no toilet water for you.
I'm thirsty, damn it. Maybe I'm looking for toilet water because I'm actually thirsty because I'm out of bubbly water.
Engine course ahead.
I have some, but I've got to go up 2 flights of stairs to go and get it.
Bubbly water or something to drink?
Bubbly water.
So you guys are drinking it now too, huh?
Well, I do a little bit. No one else in the house does, but I do.
Um,
Because I don't drink pop, right?
oh, really? I thought you liked the occasional root beer.
Once in a while, but like, I think I might have a pop like maybe 3 times a year kind of thing. I don't really like sweet things very much, right?
I could murder our A&W root beer every day. I mean, you could have just taken the stairs, dog meat, and power armor.
Looks like the power's out in this section. Look at this place.
Well, it looks like they just jumped down.
From that
You
large...
know what you should do? You should back out into that big room there,
Yeah.
and then you should shoot that fuel drum so that it doesn't blow up and kill you when the million synths are in this room shooting everywhere.
I'm not going to use it, though.
Oh, well, what are you gonna do? Test fire the rocket and kill everything?
No, I'm just gonna shoot the sense to death. Do you not do that?
No, because that would be suicide in survival mode. You
No,
can't
no,
run
that's
out
that's
and-
perfect. You just do this, and then you run around the corner,
No,
and
but
then
see
you
that-
go
Yeah, I
kaboom.
know, but if you're doing that and that fuel cell right there, that red thing, right there. If
Yeah,
you
the
don't
fuel
destroy
cell.
that, if you don't destroy that first, if that thing blows up while you're standing next to it, it'll kill you.
But you're under the impression that I wouldn't shoot that to kill myself and everyone else. I'm
Yeah,
crazy.
Okay, well, anyway.
But honestly, I've never had this explode during this firefight.
No?
No.
You got to make sure you close the
Paladin
blast door
dance.
there first, otherwise it comes down the hallway and kills you. Because
We'll
I've
have to be
tried.
careful.
What
Like
you do is you
I've
turn-
been
yeah,
trying the
just-
way of explosive foo for years now.
Yeah. Okay, well, you got to go turn the power back on for him. Or you're going to listen to this guy whine about his junk jet. I think that that is one of the top 10 most useless weapons in the game.
Yeah, the junk jet,
In fact,
that's the joke.
yeah.
The junk jet is completely useless.
In fact, it ranks right up there with the ghoul-slaying gamma gun, right?
God. Might as well put tits on
Have
a
you ever-
boar.
Have you ever found the ghoul-slaying gamma gun?
Yes.
Yeah, I have too, a few times. I laughed when I first looked at that. It's like, yeah, but plus 50% damage
To ghouls.
times zero.
Times
is still
zero. Yeah.
Right? It's still 0. You can shoot ghouls all day with that thing and it won't bother them a bit. Because I think if you get the right perks so that you can look at what their various resistances is, they have something like 1,000 radiation resistance or something silly like that, right? Like you can't actually hurt them with a radiation-based weapon.
Sweet.
I guess, and found it to the northwest there. Good luck to them with, the whole.
Engine core power restored.
And
Thermal
Yeah, see,
engine
if you start
fueled.
the auxiliary engines, you have to go back into that other room and close the blast doors first. Otherwise, the flames come shooting through this room and barbecue you, right? Still there? Hello?
Hi, is that better?
Yeah, it's like you're...
Sorry, the cord was loose.
Oh, okay, I couldn't hear you for a while there. Yeah, like if in survival mode, you wouldn't be able to stand out in the middle of this room like this because a few hits from those laser beams, like you'd have no health left by now.
I know. But I don't think I've ever played on survival before.
Yeah, you have to play more cautiously and make more use of cover and that kind of thing, right?
Did I just Vats Paladin dance? I sure did.
Let's head up.
Why? Because his fat ass was standing in the way.
Yeah, well.
He wasn't, though, but I just decided to shoot him anyway.
Well, now you should have lots of fusion cells if you loot these guys.
Think about all the test firing I can do against Paladin Dance.
Actually, if you pick up their weapons, even if you drop them again right away, I think you'll also get fusion cells that were in their weapons too, right?
Really? We'll have to test that.
Well, grab one right now.
We will. I want to loot it up first.
Yeah, you can see what your count is there at 184.
So
right,
it's about
299. Yeah. Okay.
Something.
Well, once you're finished looting the loose fusion cells, just look at the number there, 213.
It does.
Grab. Yep. Let's see.
But it only does it every other one, does it? Or
well,
does
it depends on
if there was any loaded in.
Yeah. Because some of them they'll shoot their weapons empty and that kind of thing. But if there were, see that you got a good amount there. You got like 30 from that one.
Holy shit!
Because that one was pretty much full, right? Like, look at all the ammunition you're getting from picking those up.
You were just a font of useful information.
Oh. And then because those, it's pretty much useless to be carrying all those weapons around. Well, you can just drop them all. Yeah, you can just drop them all again, but you can keep the fusion cells, right? So now you've got like 500 rounds almost of ammunition for your gun, right?
You saved me like 15 minutes of being an asshole. Alright, let's take the elevator up to the sky.
You're going the wrong way.
I know.
By the way, did you know that if you had the ability to jump across some of those gaps in the catwalks up above you there, that there are a couple of hidden rooms, eh?
Are there really?
Yeah, but you'd have to have a set of power armor with the jetpack.
With the jetpack.
In order to be able to jump across those gaps, because those gaps are pretty wide.
I think I did actually read that there were... Oh, right there, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and then up above you, I think there's another one. But you can suffer... oh, yeah, there's the other one right there. Or maybe... Or no, I think it's a... Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, there's one there. Yeah, one there, and then one just to the right. But you have to jump across some really big gaps, and if you can't make the jump, well, then the negative acceleration trauma is fatal, right?
Unless you have those greaves.
Well, or if you're wearing power armor, like you said, and you have the jetpack, well, then you can jump across those gaps, right?
Yeah, but like I said, there's also those greaves that you can get that make it like nothing.
Well, you still have to get the ability to jump that far, though, and you're not the only way in vanilla that I know of that you can do that is by using the jetpack on your power armor, right?
Correctamundo.
But
out of the
because
way.
The only other way that I know of is you have to be a vampire with enhanced jumping ability, because the vampire mod that I'm using actually gives you enhanced jumping ability, so you can jump probably about 1 story. You can do a 1-story vertical jump from the standing start, right?
So you're a master of Taekwon Leap is what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, well, you can basically jump onto the roof of a 1-story building, right? And if you get a running start, you can actually make a considerably long jump, right? Like to jump across those big gaps between the catwalks and stuff like that. And of course, like if you fall, well, vampires don't get harmed by falling long distances either.
Not unless it's into a, depending on the lore, running water.
No.
Have you seen Castlevania? Death by running water hasn't happened for many years, and the Greeks used to bury us on islands. It's like, that is something the Greeks would do.
Yeah. See, when you're playing in survival too, that also makes you think twice about stim packs, because stim packs actually make you thirsty, and then you have to drink water, right? which means that you have to carry around a fairly large supply of water if you're going to be, like getting shot and stabbed and blown up and stuff like that. And then you have to use stim packs, because every time you use a stim pack, you have to drink one or more units of purified water, or you could dehydrate yourself to death with the stim packs, right?
But you can't just drink blood to offset that?
Well, actually, for vampire characters, you can't eat food or drink water. It has no effect.
Going down.
Oh,
Basically,
okay.
the only thing that you can consume is blood. Like, even stim packs will still sort of work, but at a greatly reduced effectiveness. But they don't make you thirsty, because you don't really get thirsty anymore. All right. What happened? Did you forget something?
I did, but I went back and took care of it.
That's kind of important. You might want to take that with you.
Right? It's like the only reason we came here, you know? It's only the fucking reason we were here in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, you get down to the bottom and Dance goes, well, where is it? It's like, oh.
I don't know, Dance, didn't you grab it?
Yeah, I thought you were going to get it. Well, one thing anyway, elevator rides are always very crowded when you have these extra guys with you.
Well,
I actually ran a multiple follower mod for a while, but I got rid of it just because it was basically too much of a pain in the ass to have that many dumb people following you around at the same time.
I thought we worked.
One's bad enough.
That being said, first and foremost, I think you'll find may it serve you well.
So did you pass the persuasion check?
Of course I did.
There's no doubt.
There, now you got the righteous authority. I think that one, does it do more base damage than a typical laser weapon too?
We'll find out in just a second. I just gotta get him to shut up. Did he oh shit, he tried to run out of that conversation.
Yeah.
Where's he going?
Okay.
He's like, hey look, I can just stand here next to these barrels and not die.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look. 53, not bad.
Yeah, you probably have a boosted receiver on the other gun though, right?
Yep, and we're gonna go back to town.
But the nice thing about these laser weapons is they don't weigh very much, so if you wanted to have one to use as a sniper weapon, and then say use Righteous Authority as a close range weapon, then you can do that, right? Because it's not like you're lugging around two 20-pound rifles or something, right?
That's accurate. I just wish... Actually, there is a laser shotgun, isn't there?
No, you can put a beam splitter on a laser, and then it behaves like a shotgun. But the vanilla ones, though, I find the spread is so large that it's not really terribly useful. About the only thing that it would be good for is if you got the wounding, like if you found a laser with the wounding legendary, and then made it an automatic weapon and put a beam splitter on it. Then, from what I've read, I've never tried it myself, but from what I've read, that becomes an absolutely devastating close-range weapon, right? But as far as like regular laser weapons go, if you don't have some kind of a legendary like that, wounding or something like that, you're better off just sticking with a single beam. Because then you can shoot things further than 10 feet away and actually still hit them.
I agree.
Because that's the problem with the beam splitter, is that it behaves like almost like a sawed-off shotgun, right? Like the spread on those so wide that you can't even hardly hit a target further than about 2 floor tiles away, right?
I'm partial to the fine beam tube focuser myself, though. Like, I don't like the beam splitter.
Yeah, well, you know what? It boosts that damage, but that overall damage that it shows you is actually divided between 8 beams, right? And so you're only going to do that damage if you hit the same target with all 8 beams. And if that target is too far away and he only gets hit by 2 or 3 of the beams, well, then you're going to be doing that amount of damage divided by 8 times however many beams actually hit him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's, pretty crap damage. You're better off with a single beam weapon and just be able to hit what you're aiming at. Oh, so you basically done that up as a sniper rifle too?
Yes. It's just because criticals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one down.
Oh, okay, so you're going to stop carrying that one and carry Righteous Authority instead.
That's the plan. But don't worry, it's still going to be in syndication.
And you're going to use it as a pistol?
Kind of. I'm going to change it a little bit. I'm not going to be using it, but it's still going to be in the story, as the kids say.
Oh. So how come you're not carrying your staggering machete as a melee weapon?
I give it to the power armor.
Yeah, I know, but what for? Wouldn't you want to use it?
I just think it's funny that my bodyguard has a machete.
Yeah, but will it actually use it?
Yes, it will.
Oh, okay. I thought that it used like some kind of laser weapon.
No, but isn't the difference between a pistol and a when you're making a laser gun, isn't the difference just the stock?
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, you can change the stock and keep all the other fittings the same. But that's could be said of any of the weapons that could have a rifle stock or a pistol grip, right? Like pipe guns, you can do the same thing. You can change them between a pistol and a rifle without changing any of the other fittings, right? But anyway, you see that 86 damage there with the hardened receiver at short range, and that's with a short barrel. If you were able to put a longer barrel on, it would reduce the spread a little bit and make it a little bit harder hitting weapon, right? But you can put a lot of things on this weapon too, like it's very modifiable, right?
So you asked about the pipe rifles. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah,
like powerful.
You could take that pistol that you've got there, and you could just change the pistol grip to a stock if you wanted to, and it would still be the same weapon with all the same fittings on it, right? But yeah, I think that powerful receiver is the top tier receiver for vanilla pipe guns that you can get. So this thing is not going to, unless you spend now it's going to be completely dependent on what perks you spend as to how much damage it could potentially do, right?
I like Matilda.
So
it may look like Matilda may not look nice, but she fires.
Well, you know what? You probably want to spend your weapon perks on Gunslinger if you're planning on using that weapon a lot for a long time.
Like, remember I said I'm gonna divvy it up between Rifleman and Gunslinger. Yeah. My next level is going to Gunslinger. And then eventually we'll go to Lone Wanderer. But first, Power Armor. You're getting an upgrade.
What are you going to do to the Power Armor?
What am I not going to do to the Power Armor?
Or you going to give him the laser pistol or what?
Yeah, I gave him the laser pistol.
So does it just automatically select a weapon as appropriate, or do you actually have to equip the weapon
You
for
know,
it?
it actually acts a lot like a follower, if I'm being honest with you. Matilda's still my favorite weapon. Does that surprise you?
No. I like pipe guns too.
I could kill you right now. Well, bam! Alright. So, let's go back to Dancykins, but first, we gotta get rid of some stuff. Hey, Carla. What's up, girl?
Sure.
Carla always looks high out of her fucking mind. I love it. Does she know where she is? She knows she's not in Diamond City, that's for sure.
Wow, you need to drop off all those mods.
Right?
Because those all have a little bit of weight, right?
They do. I'm just gonna leave all my drugs here because I have some things I want to do with them lately. Not late, sorry, lately. Later. Because I want to cook some. I want to be like Heisenberg, you know. When it's time to cook.
Huh. So what's all the steps there for?
Well, I was hoping you wouldn't ask for another couple episodes, but I'll tell you. I went a little bit crazy with what I should have done here, and as it happens, it's impossible for the character.
You ended up scrapping a piece of the world that you didn't want to?
Well, yeah, not only that, but the characters have to jump to get over it, including myself. It's not possible to...
Okay.
It's hard to build these stairs.
Here's a mod. I don't know whether you can find this mod for your console or not, but here's one that you could look for. It's called Snappy Step. And what it does is it adds snap points to those little steps so that you could actually place one of those steps and then snap a floor tile to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that way you could actually have floor tiles in between those steps and make yourself a nice little platform, right? It's called Snappy Step. It's been around for a long time, but I don't know whether it got uploaded for console or not.
I'm not sure. I'll have to take a look and figure it out.
Yeah, it's pretty handy anyway. I use it, and I still use it quite a bit.
I'm the greatest Brotherhood of Steel agent ever. My pipe pistol makes me a golden god.
Yeah, at least until you meet up with something that's tough enough that when you blink away at it with your pipe pistol, it doesn't notice.
Mission accomplished.
That's when I pop a stealth boy and get the fuck out of there.
Nice work, sir. I didn't do it alone. Aylin, Reese, it's time to welcome our newest recruit to the recon team. She shows a lot of promise. And with the proper guidance, I think she has the potential of becoming one of the best.
Good luck to them. You know, the whole surviving thing.
So what are you going to answer here?
I'm only in it for the spiffy uniforms.
Oh yeah? And here I thought you joined up for a sense of purpose.
I'm only in
and
it for the spiffy uniform. Yeah, that's what I thought you would answer. That's what I always answer.
Let's just hug this out and get it over with, huh? What do you say?
You can play it however you want, tough girl. It's gonna take a lot more than completing one mission to impress me.
Reese, that's enough. Like it or not, you're going to have to learn to work together. And you need to understand what
Is there a mod that just has Reese killed?
We're not soldiers of fortune. We're an army, and we've dedicated our lives to uphold a strict
yes
code of
and
ethics.
no.
If you intend to stay
Because
If you
need
get
to obey
like
our
if,
tenets
like you
without
won't be able to
question.
get it, but if a person gets the mod Operation Valkyrie,
You gonna
what that
teach me these
does
code
is
of
it
ethics?
actually
If you
takes
are paying
you into a
attention in
modified
Vault-Tec,
quest
you can
line with the
rest
Brotherhood
free.
of Steel,
I only
where
ask
you
one.
actually
fall in
find
line, you
and
stay
make
in line.
friends with Sarah
Now, before I
Lyons.
release you to, from this moment forward,
The
I'm
reports of her
granting you the
death were
rank
greatly
of
exaggerated,
initiate. This is only a training.
and
I'm not
you
permitted to grant
help
ranks
her
in
to
higher.
regain control of the Brotherhood of Steel.
ironically
And
enough, Maxim kind of had a huge crush on her, and she actually taught him a lot of what he knows.
yeah, well, as it turns out,
I hate
though,
being the lowest rung on the...
you know, she
Everyone
ends up
starts out as an
deposing
initiate.
him,
Ad Victoriam
but
initiate.
doesn't even know
there's
what that
still
means
some
anymore. Ad
breakaway
Victoriam
factions
means,
within the
in our
Brotherhood of
eyes,
Steel
our realm
that are
ended.
not happy
Now,
about the return of Sarah Lyons, and Reese is one of them.
Yeah, well,
And
Reese is just an asshole.
and he and a group of like-minded guys go out to that
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
Sentinel missile
Reese still
site
giving you the
out
cold
in the
shoulder.
glowing sea to try and get a nuclear missile, I think, to destroy
I wish we
the
could see eye to
Commonwealth,
eye.
Reese only
right,
sees
in
one.
retaliation,
Reese
and you get a
bleeds.
mission
If
where you
anything
actually
else-
have to go out there and stop him,
Is there
right?
something between the two of you?
When I first joined up, Reese
And
says
you also
I
get to
thought
make
there was
friends, like a
told
little
me the
bit
Brotherhood-
deeper friends
we
with
never spoke
Halen
about it
and
again. Look,
you know, that kind of thing
if
too,
you're worried
right?
about So, are you ready to take on your first assignment?
Ready.
Great. One of the Brotherhoods. I have a list of here. This. Good luck, and be careful.
Hey there.
But that's the
All right,
only
how
one
are
I
you?
know of where you know, like Reese
I hope I haven't...
becomes anything more than basically just a quest giver, like a radiant quest giver.
The Brotherhood might be the...
Whoa. But if you step out of line...
I just don't like
So,
him.
ready for your assignment, hero?
Yeah, well, they deliberately made him
Like it or not,
unlikable, right?
I'm talking about
You know, like he's
Yeah, but there's a
Since
it's just
all the
generic to a
details you need
point.
don't come back until...
yeah. Well, basically, he's a radiant quest giver, right? You go to him, he gives you a radiant quest. You go out, you explore the area, kill the things, and then come back and he pays you, right? So
Yeah, but you think after X amount of X he wouldn't still be an asshole, but he is. It's like he goes out of his way.
yeah,
Also,
but
Fergus is passed out near his dish. Like he's done. He couldn't even make it to his bed.
So yeah, basically that's in the vanilla game. That's the only purpose that Reese and Halen serve, is just to give you radiant quest, right? Other than that, they're not really important characters in the game, right?
No, not really. Aren't
But,
you gonna ask me
yeah,
where I'm
like
going
in-
so fast?
Yeah, where are you going so fast?
We gotta go shopping.
Oh.
Also,
so
it's
you're
pretty
going
interesting.
to
First time I ever played a female character, and I have not been refused by anyone.
Well,
I
know if
didn't
that
mean to
has
say it
any-
like that, but take it
Yeah.
as you will.
Yeah, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, or maybe you're just playing a character with a little bit more charisma than usual.
Yeah, but I've played characters with like 10 charisma before. It was never this good.
Well, you'll still fail some very difficult persuasion attempts occasionally, but not too often.
Should I kill these guys or let them live?
Well, what I've found is that it really doesn't matter until you establish a settlement at Hangman's Alley, and then you got provisioners going across this bridge. Because, you know, like those guys will pretty much ignore you until and then the next thing you know, you have a provisioner with a Brahmin down on that barge. I don't know how they got down there or why they went down there, but basically that's what they're doing, right?
Yeah. They're waiting for that time period where they're actually going to be relevant at some point.
No, they actually go down there and attack the raiders, right?
Really?
Yeah, like your provisioner settlers are like first berserk maniacs, right? Like if there's a raider or something nearby, they'll actually go out of their way to attack, right? They'll actually chase them.
Also, I was thinking we could start our own book club, but not for book clubs, but not books. Now hear
Oh,
me out here. I was thinking we could watch movies that are so bad they're good. So, because we both have Tubi, I was thinking Universal Soldier.
oh, I saw that years and years ago. I saw it when it first came out.
It's a good movie.
Old Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Actually, you need to watch one that I watched the other night. Then it's called Trancers.
Trancers. Okay, I'll take a
Yeah,
look at it.
yeah. You
But this
remember
is
the
my
actors?
show, so I say that the first thing we have to watch for book club is Universal Soldier starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, the first one. And then at the next episode, we can talk about it.
Ah,
If it's good enough for Oprah, it's good enough for us. He moved.
well, I don't know. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren as zombie soldiers. I mean, what more is there to say, really?
Well, how about the Necklace of Ears? There's been a reference in everything from Dungeons and Dragons to Boot Hill. Later editions of Boot Hill made by fans, but still. I know it was even in a South Park video game. Except instead of human ears, they were elf ears. But Jesus Christ, Dolph Lundgren.
See,
Look, Matilda's tougher now. It does 3 points more damage.
why did you spend a perk on Gunslinger or
I
what?
sure did.
Yeah,
Vault-Tec calling.
yeah, and it does a little bit more. It does a little bit more damage. Actually, pipe guns, from what I can remember, I carried because I found a legendary pipe gun. I don't remember what legendary it had on it now, whether it was like the fire legendary or something. But I carried that for the entire game on my very first playthrough of this game ever. And I just kept upgrading it. And eventually I think it topped out with all the perks that I had at about 75 points of damage per shot.
Yeah, but depending on the fire rate of your pipe gun, that's not bad.
Well, it was a semi-automatic, right? It was a pipe rifle, basically. I put a short-range scope on it, and basically I used it like that, right? Because I use a shotgun for really close-range stuff like this.
I mean, the difference between you and my playstyle, based off of the difficulty setting, is basically like I'm Weird Al Yankovic in UHF, and you're a regular guy or gal trying to do. Oh shit, mines. Where the hell is he?
Oh yeah, there's sometimes some mines around that ruined store there, right?
This is Diamond City Radio, and I'm,
Did I really just climb all the way up here just for them to get the super mutant I couldn't even lock onto with VATS? Oh shit, they killed the Diamond Security personnel.
Yeah. Well, it's just like I told you. Like I remember I emailed you those pictures that showed the.
Oh yeah, your
the
interpretation of what it looks like is so cool. But
Yeah,
now I
well,
have it now.
Basically, all I did was I just took some pictures of the Fens Sheriff's Department, right?
Yeah.
And they're all in full camo outfits and like power.
They look like
armor,
mercenaries from the
armor.
Predator series, actually, with all the power armor.
Yeah, they're extremely intimidating, right?
I also like
actually,
the flashing lights on the power. Sorry to interrupt you. The flashing red and blue lights on the top of the power armor.
Yeah, that's what the Fens Sheriff's Department power armor deputies all have red and blue flashing lights on the top of their power armor. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, like they generally speaking, they win this encounter like fairly easily, even, right? Like no casualties on their side. And
Well,
they
one of
wipe
them
this-
just died.
And No, this is yeah, but you've just got the plain Jane old Diamond City security though, right?
Yeah, but when I bet your security wins it hands down, no problem. Even if the other side
Well,
had
because
behemoths.
yeah, because they're not Diamond City security anymore. They're the Fens Sheriff's Department. They're much better equipped and they're higher level, and they're much more powerful than the Diamond City security guys are, right?
Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm sorry. Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
So are you going to get Piper now as a companion, or what?
You open this
Eventually.
right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out. I know you're listening, Danny. Open the gates.
Oh, because her perk isn't bad either once you get it. Like
No, the Gift of the Gab is a wonderful perk.
Yeah.
It's XP.
Yeah, exactly. It's not.
Why would you be mad at XP? Especially when they added all those new things like Far Harbor, Nuka World.
Yeah, it's subtle, but you know what? I have an
got here,
NPC
but yeah.
makeover mod that changes their looks slightly. And I mean, it's subtle because Piper still looks like Piper, but she doesn't quite look the way that she does here.
To keep the general store stocked for a whole month?
I know that sometimes when you mod a game too much, you can't even recognize it, sometimes vanilla style. But I think they did a pretty good job with Piper's character model. Except her neck. And some of these shots where they zoom in on her cutscene while, I'm like, what the fuck did they do to her neck? It's like it's trying to give birth to some eldritch horror.
Well, anyway, basically the overhaul that I got is it's subtle. It's almost like if Piper were actually wearing some makeup, you know, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it still looks like her, but just some of the lines have been softened a little bit and that kind of thing.
Another great day in Diamond City.
Also, I was going to let you know, we have about 16 people watching right now.
Do we? Wow.
According to my count here, yeah.
Yeah, well, I hope that they can all hear me okay. I know I come through a lot quieter than you do.
Ah, that's okay. You just have to yell into the microphone.
Did you know that one time when I met Mayor McDonough, he didn't have a hat? It only happened to me once.
One time I met Mary McDonough and he didn't have a face. I was like, who made this game? Ubisoft?
No, it was really weird. You know, like when we were doing this conversation thing here, and Mayor McDonough didn't have his hat.
What are you two arguing?
And it's like, how weird, because that was the only time I ever saw that happened.
I'm trying to find
For some reason, when the game generated him, it just generated him without the hat.
Sean.
Wait, you hear that, McDonough?
Don't listen to her. Well, Diamond City has every.
Which was kind
What
of
does his
strange.
hair look like? Is he bald?
Yeah, he's got the comb over thing going on. Yeah.
No wonder he wears that hat.
A mayor of a great city must know everyone. Who can help me?
Yeah, and it's not a Donald Trump comb over either. It's one that you can actually see his scalp through, right?
From now on, consider
Oh, so he looks like most of the ugly characters you've seen me make.
Yeah, he looks kind of like some of the ugly characters that you make, where you use that comb over hairstyle.
The funny thing is, if you watch the video beforehand, the character has like long, beautiful hair, and they're handsome. And then as soon as they get out of the vault, they got a mullet comb over, and one of their ears is all fucked up because you know the cryopod malfunctioned.
Yeah. Okay.
You're Sullivan, right?
You're that trait.
Well, now you're gonna go talk to Danny. If you look in the corner over here, you'll see Deacon.
Coming in tomorrow.
Is that right? No
like if you look like see all that counter behind Danny there. If you look down to the left end of that counter, you'll see Deacon hanging around it back there in the corner.
Yeah, he's right there. He's everywhere though.
The other
I'm
corner.
staring at him. You gotta account for
there he is.
the delay.
Yeah, there. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. See.
I like how in Good Neighbor he's like they accept everyone in Good Neighbor, even me. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But the reason I asked at the beginning of the episode,
you know what? He turned around and it looked like he was going to take a whiz in the garbage can there.
This is my pile of trash, asshole. I was asking about Deacon at the beginning of the episode because we have to end the episode here. Because I was gonna ask you what you thought about Deacon, because apparently there's a lot of divisive opinions about him, and I want to get your 2 cents before we end.
Well, there's actually some speculation about that. I actually did watch some YouTube videos by people who use those, short video things, 15, 20 minutes on what kind of feature is this or what is that for, and they think that maybe Deacon was. In one theory holds that Deacon was the lone wanderer in Fallout 3. And then
really?
he wandered north to the Commonwealth and helped to found the railroad, because the theory being that like synths were first encountered in Washington.
Yeah, but
Fallout 3, right?
But there's something about that wouldn't make sense. And that's if Deacon was the lone wanderer from Fallout 3, he potentially, even though it could just be a throwaway Easter egg line, Piper had an Uncle James that lived in DC, which could be the player character, the lone wanderer's dad, right? If it is a reference to that, or if it's just a cheeky tongue-in-cheek thing. But there's also one thing. McCready's an adult male, which means that would place Deacon either in his 40s or his 50s.
Yeah, but you know what? He wears so many disguises, and when you look at him, it's pretty hard. He's not young, right? It's pretty hard to tell exactly how old he is. He could be in his 40s.
And he is always lying, but I also heard... What about the theory that he's actually Sean's kid?
Actually, that came through in a mod, right?
Oh, so that was a mod. Okay.
Yeah, that's not canon. That's actually part of the Fusion City Rising mod, where you actually find out that Deacon is your grandson, right? But that's not a canon thing, right? It's just that, like, some of the videos that I watched of people who talked about that, they talk about it in terms of the vanilla game, and just Deacon's general secrecy and all the disguises that he uses and all that kind of stuff. They speculate that he has a past, and that he may have in fact been
Piper,
the lone wanderer from Fallout 3, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But that's just one line of speculation. I don't know whether that's a canon thing or not. I mean, in Fallout 4 here, they never really do explain who Deacon was or where he came from, right?
Honestly,
do you want me to break down all the Fallout games without spoiling anything for you?
Rebuilding the world?
No, probably not, because I probably won't go back and play the really, really early ones.
Okay, well, let me break down Fallout 1 for you, okay? You're the Vault Dweller. Now, are you ready for Fallout 2?
Okay, sure.
You're the Chosen One. Now, are you ready for Fallout 3?
Okay.
You're the Vault Dweller.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready for Fallout 4?
Yeah, you're the Vault Dweller.
You're the Frozen Pizza Vault Dweller.
Sure sounds like
I don't know. I haven't played Tactics, so I don't know. But do you want me to break down Fallout New Vegas for you?
The last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different.
Yeah.
You're the mailman.
I figured that one out already.
But it's like...
Actually, technically, you're not the mailman. You're a courier for a courier service, right?
Yes, but I'm just saying, like,
so it's more
look
like
at all the greatness of all those other people, and it's like, what did you do? Bitch, I'm the mailman.
Well, no, it's more like you work for like Pearlator, right?
Everything. Anyway, I agreed to come.
Or one of those other courier companies.
There's actually so many courier companies that Sorry to mean it actually used to be more important than it is. Like, in this game, it doesn't matter at all, but in New Vegas and Fallout 2 and 1, it was actually a point of contention.
Yeah, I know they feud back and forth between them a little bit, and competition is stiff and tough. Yeah, I'm a bit familiar
And
with
murdery. Also, do me a favor. When you meet Raul, tell him Sweater Vest Gamer says hi.
that. Okay.
And when you meet best friend Tabitha, get the autograph for me.
Oh, you can actually meet best friend Tabitha?
You've heard, kind of. It's a whole thing. You can't actually get an autograph, but I want an autograph from best friend Tabitha.
Yeah, I've listened to the radio stations, but I don't play them during the playthroughs because of possible copyright problems, right?
Oh my god, it's right out the ass. It'll bury you every time. Well, I have been the Sweater Vest Gamer.
Yeah, and I am Sandman99, and by the way, you're still the Sweater Vest Gamer.
Well, maybe I'll be Howdy Doody's love child next week. Who knows?
Well, I guess
that
you
was
can
an
be
old
whatever
reference.
You want to be.
I guess so.
That's from before my time.
No, it wasn't. Stop pretending.
Howdy Doody?
It's Howdy Doody time.
Yeah, you know what? That was before my time.
So you never got to catch it on TV?
No, I never saw it.
How do you know what it is? Back to the Future?
Parents, well, no, like there's some historical references to it because, I've still heard of it because I think my parents saw Howdy Doody, right?
Yeah, it's working again. Huh?
The weird redhead puppet and
yeah,
all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Howdy Doody. Yeah.
But that I don't think that was even still in reruns by the time I was old enough to watch TV.
Oh no, it wasn't on TV. I'm not when I was growing up. I'm not that old. For me, it was Dudley the Dragon, Barney the Dinosaur, Bozo the Clown, Lunette the Clown. See, everyone always asked me if I saw the Teletubbies, but it was before my time. Like, when that came out, I was already too old to watch it.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. When is the next video you and Rec V5 are gonna do? Because we're not done recording yet. We're still going, but when is the next recording you and Rec V5 are gonna do?
Well, I'm going to be posting a new episode of our Fallout 4 playthrough tonight.
And that's gonna be uploaded tomorrow?
No, it'll be uploaded probably about 3 hours from now.
Well, you hear first, folks. New episode coming out. But when's the next time you guys are gonna sit down and do a recording? Like
we record every day.
Perfect. When you see him, I want you to ask him about the bear cha-cha. And when you ask him about the bear cha-cha, I want you to look at his face.
The bear cha-cha?
The bear cha-cha. Or the bears cha-cha. And ask him if he remembers the Halloween costume. And see what he says.
Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about, but if I remember, I will ask him.
He will remember. Because that costume moved a little bit, and it sang constantly. It was fun. Anyway, take care, guys. Party on and be excellent to each other, just like Bill and Ted said.